Welcome to a day in my life. A simple, rich life, that is. I wanted to bring you along to experience the art of presence, or the art of listening with presence. I think this is a conversation that is needed. So before we begin, please put a like on the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's get into it. I want you to take a moment to reflect on your listening skills. Do you listen with presence, or do you listen with your mind? You may be wondering, Jamila, what is the difference? And the difference is, are you deeply, fully listening, or are you critically listening? Potting my plants has been a real reflective experience, allowing myself to be present, allowing myself to listen to what needs to be done next. And not based off of my own thoughts or ideas or storyline of how this planting process should go, but just listening in the present moment, allowing myself to connect with each plant and allow each plant to tell me what it needs and to truly hear what is being said. So today's transmission, or telepathic received message from my plants, has been all about the art of listening, and how presence is a gift. Presence is gold. Presence is what is needed in order to truly make the right decisions. Not based on fear, not based on what my mind is telling me should be, but based on what is actually happening in the present. I realize that listening is the true gateway to deepening a relationship And again, not just listening with the ears, but listening with your presence, listening with your eyes, listening with your aura. And I say that to say that you are listening to hear the true energetic message behind each word. You are listening to truly hear the intention that is being attempted to be expressed through words, rather than listening to the words itself. When you listen to the words itself, you have to realize that you can take any word and plug that word in to a specific storyline that you perceive, or that one perceives, or that one believes. What I'm saying is, when you listen with your mind, you are selectively listening. You are listening to receive the words that match up with your perception. And this is a very limiting way of listening. I'm not saying that listening with the mind is not beneficial, because it is. When we are listening to differentiate between fact or opinion, is very beneficial. Like, let's say you are listening to a sales pitch, or you are listening to respond or rebuttal to a debate topic. Very beneficial, very masculine ways of listening, right? But let's be honest, when we are deepening, growing, and expanding through or in relationships, and again, these relationships can be with your dog, or it can be with a significant other, or it can be with your friends and family. When you listen critically or selectively, you are only existing in the reality that is truth in your own mind's eye. You are listening to respond and not listening to receive. You see, the art of listening with presence is truly listening to receive. Now, there have been a few times in my life when I was having a deep conversation with, let's say, opposing sides. You know, I'm expressing my truth and the other individual is expressing theirs. And when I have listened with my mind, I realize, one time too many, that the individual is either confused or asking me, why am I seeing what they're seeing in the way that I'm seeing it? Because that is not what is being said. And when that statement is made, in the deeper conversation, not necessarily an argument, because I'm not a fan of arguments. I really had to stop and ground into my body and realize, wait a second, I really am listening with my mind. I am up in my head and I am being really defensive, and that it's okay. I do not need to be defensive, because whatever message that the individual is trying to convey is giving me another aspect to reality that I am not allowing my mind to see. And so when I allowed myself to ground into the present moment, stop listening to respond, and really, it's not that I wasn't going to respond, but I wasn't going to respond with this thought that I was holding on to so strong. And again, that thought is the storyline in my mind. So let me give you guys an example. If someone makes a choice, let's say to go to the store to buy something, innocently, they got up and they went to the store to do what they had to do. Now, if I have created this storyline in my mind that this person simply wants to get away from me, and they're always looking for opportunities to remove themselves from my presence, and so this is making me feel anxious. I'm not feeling good in my body, and my mind is creating scenarios. And so now I'm like, this person has gone to the store and have left me home because they wanted to get away. And now when they come back and I ask them, why did you go to the store? Is it me? You wanted to leave me. I know it. I know it's that you wanted to get away from me. And they say, no, I really had to go to the store. I wanted to get, these grapes and watermelons, and, that's what I wanted. And I just had a desire to go. And my response is, no, you went because this. I am taking what they're saying and I am forming it to fit with the reality that I have created in my mind. Rather than saying, okay, why did you go to the store? And, they're saying, I just wanted to buy some grapes and watermelon. And being able to fully receive what is being said, like, wow, they had a desire to get grapes and watermelon. And so now we have grapes and watermelon to enjoy together. Like, look at this reality. God, the universe, has brought me grapes and watermelon by putting the desire in you to go to the store. Now, this is a very untrue example. It is simply an example to get you thinking on the ways you exist too much in your mind, and how existing in the mind, yes, is a very masculine act. It is a very divine, beautiful act or thing to do when you are being intentional about how you are existing in this space. So I I really feel like this day, like most days, I like to be present in the moment, off of my phone, because social media should really be called mental media. It's really teaching us how to live in our minds and not in our body, not in this present moment. And so we are creating millions of scenarios in our minds just from the influence of social media or whatever it is that we're seeing. And we're not truly living in the present. And so listening with presence to me is listening consciously. It is being open to receive what is divine in the moment. I think that we really need to assess our own minds and recognize all of the ways that we limit ourselves in relationships, in what it is that we do in the 24 beautiful hours that we receive each day. How much of the day do you spend in your mind, and how much do you spend experiencing presence? I really wanted to do this video or share this message because Spirit is, not only am I going through just this massive reflective experience in my life. You guys know I'm 29. I'm closing out a cycle. I am closing out many cycles in my life. 5-year cycles, 10-year cycles, 29-year cycles. And, I say this because I'm going through a Saturn return, and truth is truly being revealed. And as I reflect on some of these things but about myself, I realize that Spirit is showing me these things to also show you. I think that as we move into this new age of being, a lot of people are realizing that the way they interact with the people around them is from a very mental point of view. It's from a very selective, a very critical, and a very fearful point of view. So I challenge you. I challenge you to get out of your mind, get out of the mental media, and tune in to the present. I genuinely love to connect with my plants. I love to prep my fruit. I love to just be in the moment with what it is that I'm doing because it allows me to listen. It allows me to hear, and it allows me to create a deeper relationship with the things and the people that I allow into my reality, into my space. I think one thing about being in Ghana, one major lesson about being in Ghana that I've learned, or just being in the motherland, has been about slowing down, has been about being fully present, and how rich my life has become. Doing things like hanging my clothes to dry is a divine experience for me. I'm not thinking about anything but the wind or the breeze blowing through the fabric and folding each item, taking time to put it away neatly, and just be. And so, as I do this, I'm also actively practicing listening with presence with the people that are present in my life. I realize that a lot of the problems that we create are problems that simply only exist in our mind. And when you allow yourself to actively or deeply, fully listen to the people in your life, you realize that there is no problem. There is only perspective. There is only an opportunity to fully receive and to flow in the direction that Spirit is guiding you to flow. Not that the mind is guiding you to flow, because fear only exists in the mind. And again, a lot of the times when we are responding or when we are listening with the mind, we are responding from a place of fear. So on this day, on this peaceful Sunday, just tuning into daily duties that I genuinely enjoy. Presence has become more present for me. Thank you for watching, or should I say, thank you for listening. If the message was received, put a like on the video, and if you're new to my channel, subscribe. Check out the links below. Follow me on all my social media platforms, and I will see you guys next time. Peace, love, and prosperity to you and yours.